Who have we got on the line?
Hey Ash, Shawn here.
Well, hello, Shawn here. Thankfully, it's you and not someone else, darling, because and I've told this to you before, when someone asks me who's your favorite person, who's the nicest person to interview, guess what I say?
I don't know Ed Sheeran.
Well, he is very nice and he usually makes the list, but top of the list is always you, mate, and everyone knows it. So I'm very happy to be here.
Ash, that's so funny because I was looking at my schedule today and I saw I had an interview with you and I said, oh, it's so nice to speak with her. It's always this very honest human to human conversation. And so I want you to know I feel the same about you.
Hey, well, yesterday we were looking at photos from when you were here. I think it was the first time I interviewed you, and we both looked so young. I was like, oh my gosh, we're babies.
Yeah, we were babies. We were just babies. I guess we're old, wise adults.
I feel old, but I don't feel very wise, unfortunately.
I feel the same. No, I'm the same.
Well, congratulations, mate. Wonder is officially out. It must feel so wonderful to have this little baby out into the world for people to finally eat up.
It feels amazing. And honestly, like, I think that the funny thing about releasing a single or releasing an album is that you're working on the song for months, and then you're working on the video for a month, and then you're working on the artwork for another month, and it's like it feels like it's never going to come out, and then all of a sudden at one day it just drops and everything's happening. And I feel excited for me, but also my team. Like, so many people have been helping work on this record, and I'm really excited for them to kind of feel that feeling of excitement when it comes out tonight, because I'm proud. Like, I think, when we spoke before, I told you I really love this song. I really think that it's the essence of who I am feeling like at the moment. And it's the essence of the music that I want to make and I want to listen to. And, I really love it. So the hard part is over. Now it's just for the rest of the world to kind of decide how they feel.
Yeah, they'll like it. Trust me. I got a pretty good gauge. The first time I heard it, I had like tears in my eyes. I was like, he's bloody done it. Oh. So it's gorgeous. And
thank you.
Talk to me about this beautiful artwork. Like, here in Australia, I live near the beach, and I know that when I am stressed or feeling shitty, I jump in the ocean, I lie on my back, and I kind of just let the earth buoy me. And this image of you lying in the ocean, and it kind of looks like it's raining, and that joy on your face. Talk to me about what you wanted to express in that image.
To be honest with you, so I was struggling for so long. My whole team, we couldn't figure out what the album cover was going to be or what the artwork wanted to feel like or look like. I was in Miami and I was with Camila and a couple friends, and we were on a boat and we were in the middle of the ocean. Probably not actually the middle of the ocean. I'm just being dramatic for purposes of the story. But it started pouring down, right? And we just got the mix back to Wonder. So we plug it into the speaker and we start playing it. And we're like dancing around to it on the boat. And then, by the way, like, deep water is my biggest fear. It's my absolutely only massive fear is the middle of the ocean. In the pouring rain, in the ocean, we all jumped off the side of the boat and we're in the ocean during this crazy storm, and Wonder was blasting from the back of the boat.
Magic.
And I looked around. Yeah, it was magic. And I looked around and I was like, oh my God, this is like so incredible. Like, this feels like the song. So there was a lot of thinking and a lot of referencing, and we kind of, when we were taking those photos, we were like, I don't know if this is gonna work, because I was in a little pool in a parking lot in Los Angeles, and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna look like an ocean. And then it ended up looking so magical, because I think that I was just picturing that moment in my eyes. So yeah, I think for me, it was like, how do I capture the essence of Wonder? It's a very hard essence to capture. And I feel like that photo did it.
I love it. It does, because I felt that. And do you feel like there is a sense of you overcoming fears and being more fearless? I mean, it helps that you are in love with a Latina, because they're like me. I'm Lebanese. We're a bit crazy. So we do crazy shit like that. And yeah, and you have to live with that passion. So is she just rubbing off on you, or are you just kind of, as you get older, you're learning to just embrace the moment and be less fearful?
I think absolutely both. Like, Camila is fearless, where she'll walk into like a sushi restaurant and be like, do you guys have bananas? and like the first couple of times she did that, I like was like shaking in like stress. and fear. And by the fifth time, I was like, yeah, I'd like a banana too, actually.
Yeah.
And then, and then that's what happens when you date a Latina. And then, yeah, I think that combined with real kind of taking a second to reflect and look around and be like, God, I'm so lucky I have this insanely amazing support system of friends and family, and I'm going to be okay. And like, you know, I'm excited for you to see the video because I think you're going to feel another version of freedom. But here's the truth. If we're not pushing boundaries in art and we're not pushing ourselves to be more free, then we're just kind of stuck. And I think that is what life is about, is kind of pushing yourself to the place where your feet are just kind of off the ground, and then you can start working.
Oh, Oprah, is that you? I mean, I thought I was talking to Shawn Mendes.
I'm pretty sure I got that from Bowie, to be honest.
Bowie, Oprah. I mean, they're all of our absolute heroes. I love how we've got this intro, and then the kind of intro leads into kind of Wonderland, as you kind of say. Talk to me about what Wonderland in your mind looks like, because it feels to me like you've built this world first, and then you've created the music and the soundtrack for this world. So explore that for me a little bit.
To be honest with you, like Wonderland I wrote the intro, the piano thing, months and months and months ago, maybe a couple months even before I wrote any of the songs for the album. And I was going through I started writing songs and I felt lost, and I was like, what am I doing? And then sat down, I had this one piano thing that I was very sure of. And in the piano thing, I'm saying, you know, going back to the freedom thing, like I'm saying, you have a million different faces, but they'll never understand unless you let them in. And then I say, you've been a million different places, so give yourself a chance. Get lost in Wonderland. And I think it was a message to myself being like, look, man, like you've been doing this for like 6 or 7 years now. Like give yourself a chance to be free. Give yourself a chance to be unapologetically you, and be sincere and be honest and be kind and let the world take it how it is. And it was that to me, but it was also like, I hope people feel that way when they listen to it. I hope it gives them that feeling of like, okay, maybe I can try to be a little bit more me, you know?
Yeah.
And so Wonderland is a metaphor for that internal freedom, if that makes sense.
I love it. And I love the idea that as people discover this album, and they're people you'll never even meet, but all around the world, people will listen and have their own experience. And if people just get because I'm in my 30s and I'm still learning that. And the more I learn it, the more free I feel and the more authentic I feel. But the idea that you can put something out and people all over the world you'll never meet will have that experience. I mean, that's gotta be make all of this worth it. Hey,
that's the thing. That's the whole reason. And that's the whole reason that, like, you know, you'll tour the world for so long away from family and stuff, is because you remember like this is affecting so many more people than I can fathom. Yeah, and that's the magic of music. You know, it's bigger than an artist. It's bigger than a person. It's bigger than everyone. It's like, it's such a big deal. So at the same time, it's not. It's just fun too. So, but yeah, it definitely makes it all worth it.
Yeah, and what a blessing that both of us, in different ways, get to be a part of that world. I still can't believe we get to do it. It's the best, and it's always such a pleasure hearing your heart and chatting with you, Shawn. We love you, darling.
Ash, I love you back. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, can't wait to see you soon when the craziness it is done, and we can high five again. We can't wait to see you.